good to see you. I am back for good now. I'm once again in my old home and able to make more videos. It is it's still bright outside, which is why you might hear cars in the background a little, but there's not too much traffic today, so it should be fine. I just wanted to show you a couple of things that I've gotten for my birthday and also in general, and kind of just get reacquainted with making videos. This first thing that I have here is a little ramen noodle cup that is shaped like the instant noodles cup, you know, the plastic cups. And I got this for my birthday from a friend, and I've seen these cups quite often, these ceramic cups, but I've never actually thought about buying it for myself, more like a present, because I feel like this is a good present for someone, but you wouldn't normally buy it for yourself. You know what I mean? So I'm quite happy that I've gotten this as a present. But yeah, you just have the lid on top here. It's just a lid that looks like it has a little peel away here to the side. You can also hold it there. And it appears to be microwave and dishwasher safe. At least it's advertising it on the cup. I don't think I would put it in either of those though, because I'm always scared of breaking stuff. And then here we have a little protection. And this is basically just a giant cup. So we have the ingredients here. Happiness, satisfaction, and yumminess are all 100%. And here we have the instant noodles cup. Again, the logo. It's very yummy. And here we have our handle. Oh, my neighbors are quite loud today, aren't they? Anyway, over here we have a barcode, probably a fake one, and then again the logo. And it's just a giant cup, and it's very, very cute. So yeah, so cute. Now another thing, let's put that to the side. So you probably noticed my nails. Oh, you can see the shadow from the microphone. I haven't gotten to set up my desk as I normally would, so we have to deal with something like that. But you probably noticed my nails, or you didn't, I don't know. They are press-ons as always, and you can see it due to the contact opacity, like it's lighter where there is no glue, and darker or more see-through where the glue is applied, which is always a problem with see-through press-ons, or also the fact that you can see my real nail underneath. But they are quite fancy looking, aren't they? And that is an issue. That wasn't what I planned, because I saw an ad from Shein and I truly thought that they were fake, and I wanted to have a good laugh And so I bought them for like €2.50, something like that. So very, very, very cheap. But clearly they aren't fake. And in fact, I bought multiple of these kinds of press-on nails between €2.50 to €4 or €4.50, I'm not sure. And I thought that they were going to be fake, but they aren't, which means, unfortunately, that some exploited worker was sitting there and making these nails. That is the unfortunate truth. Again, I thought it was a scam because I used to buy quite a lot of press-ons from Shein or also Wish back in the day, whatever, and they were always quite low quality, so I did not expect them to be real. But now I already bought them, and so I decided to use them regardless. But obviously, I will not be purchasing them again because this is so exploitive. Because I don't know if you realize that, but making nails like this takes a long, long time. So you have your base, and then you apply the first coat, which is this see-through pearlescent kind of sheen. And then you have the pearlescent blue that is applied. Then you have the silver that is on some of the nails, not all, but some of the nails have like a little silver thing there. And then you put on the pearls, and you also put on this 3D elements with some gel, and then you put a top coat on top. So it takes time. It takes time, definitely. Maybe if you're a really fast worker, incredibly fast, as I'm sure they are in these factories, you'd still have like 20 minutes per set at the very least. I don't think that you could make it any shorter. But that's how it is. It was a mistake on my side. I really, really thought that it was just going to be a good laugh. Oh god. Sorry, I haven't talked English in quite a while. I didn't need to, so yeah, I'm a bit out of practice, let's say it like that. But anyway, this is not ideal, obviously. But they are so pretty. So like on the one hand, I'm mad because people get exploited for shit like this. But on the other hand, I'm really pleased with how pretty they are. So yeah, I'll show you some of the others that I got. Wait a second. Okay, so I have my nails over here. So these ones, they actually have a cat eye effect. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera though. I don't think you can. Oh, you can a little. Yes, you can. Okay, lovely. They are, I think they were for Valentine's Day, but I ordered it after Valentine's, so it was cheaper. And they also had 3D gel elements, and they have pearls, and they glittery and everything. So you can see it, they have like this heart is 3D, the bow is 3D, and the cherries are 3D, the little blob here and here are 3D. I mean, you can see it's a rushed job, obviously, but it still takes time to do that. Like, you can't just do that in 5 minutes. So yeah, I have these ones. Then I've also gotten these ones. They are more of a pinkish skin color situation with golden like strings on there. And the way you made them is by putting down the lines, basically, and then you burnish on some, it's like eyeshadow consistency gold, that you, a chrome powder that you then burnish into the lines that you made before, and then you put a top coat on top. That's how you make these kind of nails. Well, the lines, the golden lines anyway. Then there's also flowers and pearls on top. And the most expensive ones that I've got, I think they were around €4. And these ones, but I think I need to take them out so we can take a better look. These ones. I don't know why you checked off all of them. They are L. I have big nails, I need L. But these ones are just incredibly sparkly. So I think they were like €4 or $4.50, I'm not sure. Oh look, it gives instructions. Manual nail. Instructions. Take the nail file and gently polish the nail surface to remove grease. Wipe the nail with a cleaning piece until it is clean and then dry it. Choose the nail piece with proper size. Dropped glue on the side of the nail or stick it on the back of the nail piece with jelly glue. Stick the nail piece from the root of the nail to the front edge of the nail and press it for about 10 seconds until it sticks firmly. After pasting, in the edges with a nail and make them neat. Improve one's service. Service. It's 2 words. It's service. Improve one's service. I'm still so confused why Google Translate just can't get it right. Like, we have AI now, shouldn't it be easier to put stuff like this on the back? Anyway, so it appears that the company? I don't know. The company's name seems to be Manual Nail. Dress up your nails is their motto. You can't really see it. It's down there, but I can't see it. Yeah. So you can see it is most definitely Shein. Oh well, a company that sells over Shein, not Shein itself. Anyway, I do love how they look. They are extravagant. But obviously, again, we have the same issue. It's too little money for nails like this. Like, you should at least be paying €30 for nails like this, if we are honest with ourselves. And if you go to the nail salon, then you would be at like €70–80 for a set like this. But press-ons do tend to be a bit cheaper. I guess because it's easier to manhandle them, because you can just rotate it whatever way you want. I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, I did cure them all once more because I was scared that they weren't like fully cured. So they are all cured again. They do smell a bit funny, but it's not the nails themselves. It's the glue that the nails are sticking on. That can happen when here, like, the glue, the double-sided glue, has not been left out to air out. then sometimes the solvents from the glue can still come out and smell a bit nasty. That is normal. That is nothing to be concerned of. Again, I checked it. It's not the nails, it's the strip of glue underneath the nails. So it's fine. We are fine. Perfectly normal. Yeah. So again, I truly thought that I was gonna get scammed. Like the fanciest nails that I've gotten off of Shein before were, wait, I also have them here. There were nails like these. So you still had them clearly printed on, and then a little extra just stuck on top of it. These were the fanciest nails I've gotten from Shein before. So I thought that they were just using images like these nails, but we're actually making them like these ones. That was what I thought was happening, right? Clearly that's not what happened. Someone actually did make these nails. So yeah, I am a bit shocked that they were gonna do that, because nails like those over here, like these ones, they are made with resin, UV light resin, which is very toxic, incredibly toxic. It's toxic to have contact with the skin with those chemicals. It's toxic to breathe in the fumes. It's just in general very hard to work with them, and you need to have proper equipment to do that. And I highly doubt that they have the proper equipment to do that. So yeah, I will not be doing that again. It was a mistake I made. I made a miscalculation. So yeah, I know better now. I will not be doing that again. But these are a couple of the nails that I got. So if you see me wear very, very fancy nails for the next few videos, then yeah, you know what happened. I am truly sorry. But I don't want to throw them away now either, because well, I like them, and so they are already made, so like, yeah, whatever. I'm sorry. Now another thing that I wanted to show you is I went on vacation, like a little city trip to Aachen, and I went to the Dome. Is it called Dome in English as well? Probably. It's probably called Dome. But I went to the Dome in Aachen because it's really, really old. It's like, it was built 1000 something, I'm not sure, by Karl the Great, Karl der Große. And this here is the sigil of Karl the Great. Here you can see Siegel Karls des Großen. Sigil of Karl the Great. And it also says Aachen down here because I got it in Aachen. And it's just a little collectible that apparently you can get from all sorts of national token stations across the nation, I guess. So it says Deutsche Münzkollektion, so German coin collection, 2025 national tokens. So yeah. But this is Karl the Great's sigil, and Karl the Great built that dome, or at least the centerpiece of the dome, using old Roman stones that were like, in Aachen there are hot, what's it called? Hot springs, right? Really, really hot springs, like genuinely very hot water. And the Romans already, they loved their hot springs, didn't they? And so they made a very big communal bath there as well. And Karl the Great used those stones to build up his dome. And it's very interesting because it kind of looks like a moschee, and it's supposed to, because basically Karl the Great wanted to be the new West European emperor, like Roman emperor. And so there was still an Eastern European emperor, and they built all of those mosques. Well, that are today's mosques. Back then they were just normal churches, like Hagia Sophia or the Blue Mosque. And I don't even know, is it pronounced mosque in English as well? I'm not sure. I have no idea. But you know what I mean. Those round churches, basically, that today aren't used as churches anymore, but originally they were Christian churches. And they are built like that all over the Eastern Roman Empire situation. Back then, of course, it wasn't the Romans anymore, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so Karl the Great wanted to be like the Western Roman Emperor, whatever. And basically, at some point, most of Western Europe actually did belong to him, so kudos, I guess, I don't know. I don't think he was a very nice man, I highly doubt it, but his remains are also there. You can see his remains in a very elaborate looking shrine. It's a shrine, it's gold all over. And they used silver plates to hammer it out. This giant golden coffin situation, and then they not plated one. Yes, it is gold plating, but they used, I don't know what they did back then to make stuff golden. Honestly, I have no idea. I know how we do it today, but back then, no idea. So anyway, it's silver, but it has gold on the outside, and there's a lot of gemstones and everything in there. It's insane looking. But that are his remains, and they're pretty sure that those are his remains because he had issues in his hands. In German it's called Rheuma. I don't know what it's called in English, but basically he had pain in his hands, and you can see it in the skeleton. And also his thigh bone broke. And normally when a thigh bone, the big one, breaks, is this a firm? No, what is it? Anyway, when it breaks, you die. Even in modern times, people sometimes die because there's a lot of blood vessels going through. And if these are broken as well, then you bleed out very quickly. So seeing a completely healed break there in the upper thigh is incredibly rare, and he had that, and we today know that he broke his thigh. So the chances of that skeleton in there actually being him, it has to be him. Honestly, it cannot be anyone else. So the dude is lying there, and it's such an impressive dome. From the way that it's built and everything, and the entire history, it's really, really cool. And also architecturally, it's impressive because they use like steel rods in a circle to have it hold up, basically. It's really cool. And yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun listening to the guide and seeing all of this ancient stuff. It's ridiculous, truly, how old it is. Now, if you don't know who Karl the Great is, he was the leader of the Franks. And the Franks were, as I said, basically most of West Europe at some point. But we know that France, for example, in German you can actually hear it better because in German it's Frankreich. So it is in fact the Empire of the Franks, basically, is what the name in German means. And of course they are also German. The Franks were German and French modern day, right? And the French see Karl the Great as, especially Napoleon did, see him as like the father, basically, of the French. But again, he is German, but also French. So like back then it was just the entirety, you know, the entire thing. And later it was separated into French and Germans. Much later. But yeah. Napoleon also stole a couple of things from the Dome and put them in the Louvre. Some of them are back in the Dome, some of them cannot be brought back because they were built into the Louvre. Which isn't that nice. Oh, we love the French, don't we? So yeah, Aachen is not French, Aachen is German, but it is a city that is directly next to the Netherlands and Belgium. So you have, here's the Netherlands, here's Belgium, and right here, there is Aachen. So yeah, it's a very pretty city, not gonna lie. Yeah, I like it. Anyway, so that was my short trip. And I think that I'm gonna leave it here for today's video, actually. I hope you enjoyed my rambling a little. I do ramble a lot once I get going, but those are just a couple of things that I wanted to show you, and I hope that we can have some fun in the future with more videos. So yeah, until then, sleep tight, and maybe we'll see each other in the next video.